We're going to move on now to the reaction segment of this podcast. We're going to continue with the series of videos that was recommended to us by Raymond Cardona. Last week, we did the Shonen Jump Villain Cypher by Rustage. And we're going to continue on his Shonen Jump series, which I still think he needs to add a fourth one. But we'll talk about that later. Shonen Jump Rap Cypher 2. This is basically the beta male or the number 2. It's not always a male. That's kind of sexist of me to say that. But this is basically like the number 2 of the series. Either the rival or like the second main character or whatever. You know, that's basically what it is. Basically like the rivals are the number 2s.
The support character.
Support character, yeah. Or,
so like Krillin.
No.
I don't know why you would go to Krillin. Is Krillin really the number 2 in Dragon Ball Z to you? Of the entire series of Dragon, like talking all of Dragon Ball Z, even the Buu Saga and everything, who's the number 2 to Goku?
Vegeta.
There you go.
But like earlier on Dragon Ball Z,
in Dragon
it's
Ball,
Krillin.
In Dragon Ball, I'd say it's Krillin, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ready?
Yeah, boy.
All right.
Let's vibe.
Let's do this. All right.
Let's do this.
First mate, shatter like Pico and Earthquake. The body I built with my work rate. These cursed blades are dooming you all to a worse fate. Surprise you like a birthday. I hurt, maim, need first aid. You want the shaft, then I guess I'm taking you to third base. Beast with my weapon strength immense like gorillas. Cut down in a second, one-man army gorilla. Scary, no thriller, I'm stronger than imagine. Kill the beat, but turn around and be like nothing happened.
Oh.
You gotta love it. You
Oh.
gotta love it.
Now, Reaper, I understand you're not far into One Piece, right?
That'd be correct.
So you don't know what this turn around and be like nothing happened scene is. It's one of the most epic things Zoro has ever done in this whole anime. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But it's one of those things where, like I mentioned earlier, I cry very easily at stuff like this. And either things that are really, really sad and emotional make me cry, obviously, but also like extreme displays of loyalty make me cry. Because it's just like, it just wells me up with like just passion. And this is one of those scenes where I lost it. I lost my shit because it was the most selfless display of loyalty I've ever freaking seen. And One Piece is chock full of these just displays of loyalty that just pull at my heartstrings, man.
But when it comes down to the bars, one-man army gorilla, because that's something he does. That's like a move.
Yeah,
to get the shaft.
Yeah. If you want the shaft, then I guess I'm taking you to third base, something like that. Like I said, there's got to have a good anime dick joke in these. You got to.
Yeah. No. Yeah. There's a lot of people who are doing these days, and I can't lie, I love them when they do like
they're good.
decent dick joke.
They're good. They're funny.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're great. I love it. Great, like Kickstarter to Cypher.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Rustage always comes in and just opens his ciphers with a bang. I like his reasoning behind that too, because a lot of people say, well, if I do a cipher, I want to be the star of the show, so I'm gonna end it, right? Or like Fable, he'll put himself right in the middle somewhere. Rustage is like, okay, if you are coming to see me, my name is on it. I produce it, whatever. So it's Rustage. So the first voice you hear in the song should be mine. That's who you're gonna associate with the name, is the first voice you hear. So it's gonna be me.
Yep.
Now I'm out of the way, and I'm gonna feature everyone else I got on the song with me. I want to feature them now. I'm out of the way. Now listen to all these talented people. I like that mentality.
Yep.
All right, let's. I don't remember who's next. So I think we should all just be shocked together. Ready?
Yep.
You don't
Oh, Fable simp over here. Okay, I wasn't ready. I gotta be ready for Fable. Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta rewind that shit. Run that shit back, please.
So next is.
You should have known.
I should have been like, who's next? I wonder. All right. Run that back. Let's check out Fable.
be like nothing happened. You don't want it with the prince. Put you on your knees, man, there's levels to the shit, that's real. Bunch of Mr. Satans in this bitch. Killer Penny Flipper, bring him back to hold the tip. Call that Dragon Balls. Focus mind like I'm overdosed on Adderall. Royal blood, turn the greatest into catalogs. They can call me number 2. I create the greatest, tell me who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
I love that. I create the greatest, tell me who the fuck are you? I love it, man.
just the
Bringing back
tip.
the whole tip, call that Dragon Balls.
Yeah, the tip thing was just like, you disrespectful, arrogant, lovely bastard.
You just described Vegeta like entirely.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's I was gonna say when Fable plays him, that's what he do. That's what he do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Ugh.
And he does it
so
perfectly.
Whew.
I do know who's next though. Who would be number 2 in your eyes for Hunter x Hunter, Reaper?
Killua.
Good job. DizzyEight as Killua.
Yeah, there we go. And he does a fucking stellar job.
Hell yeah, he does. Ready? Let's do this.
Oh, let's do it, Dizzy.
Yeah, I'm cut from a different fabric. It's shocking when you spot him, I was bred for the static. It's tragic, but it happened. I'm bred to be a savage. Y'all yapping? Think you got heart, then stare at it. You know this Godspeed, how I move when I smack you. Lose your head if you thinking I'm the one to talk back to. Assassin, how I move, kill you without a trace. Ain't talking yo-yos when I string rounds to your face.
And of course a gun bar, right? Ain't talking yo-yos when I string rounds to your face. God,
Yeah.
Dizzy's so steezy, man. I love it.
Oof.
And again,
Yeah.
he hangs on the beat. He hangs back on the beat a little bit, where it's kind of like he fattens it up. You know what I mean? It's not machine precise, but it's not off.
It's like he's bobbing in and out of it, sort of.
Yeah, he's
he's
bobbing
got
and
rock to
weaving it.
it.
You know, he's teetering on it, but he's staying in it, and it's fucking awesome. It's talented,
Yeah,
man.
he's got a rock to it, and also there's some lines you won't get in that because you're not up to that point in the story. But yeah, no, the yo-yos obviously because
Well, I know there's stuff about Hunter x Hunter that I haven't seen in the anime that I know about.
yeah,
So
but yeah, there's the string rounds and
the yo-yo thing. Yeah.
God-
Godspeed.
yeah,
I know about Godspeed and all the electrical power. I haven't seen him do any of that yet, but I know about it. I was actually what ruined Godspeed for me was actually Jump Force, the video game.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Number 2. Now here's the thing. I can take it or leave it with Yu-Gi-Oh, which is Gray Fox doing Kaiba in Yu-Gi-Oh. You guys not knowing Yu-Gi-Oh that well, I don't know if you'll get this, but I feel like I could also accept Joey Wheeler, which is his. I watched it in the English dub, so I'm going to call him by his English name. But I understand Kaiba though. I do a total rival, right? But Joey's like his number 2 man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But let's check out Gray Fox. I love his verse as Kaiba, by the way. I love it. There are a lot of specific card bars where you literally have to know Yu-Gi-Oh, like the card game, to get all the bars. I love it. I love it so much. So let's check it out.
I can't wait.
Talking yo-yos when I string rounds to your face.
Regeki with my lyrics and obelisk in my physics. I'm a monster reborn and I'm here with a vengeance. And then I jinzo on these bitches cause I don't fall for these thirst traps.
I'm gonna have to stop it because I'll forget about that bar. I jinzo on these bitches because I don't fall for these thirst traps.
Like I know it's a bar, but I don't know the bar.
Right. Because you would have to know that Jinzo, the card, his effect is he negates trap cards.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's why that is a bar right there.
Yeah, like I said, I know when there's a bar. I don't know.
Gray Fox, you're amazing.
My
dude.
bar sense is tingling.
Yeah, exactly. I have a bar sense.
He just says it with that stank, like he just says something like real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know it's there. You know it's there, but you just it's like
Right.
I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
Just stop and go. Oh man, I want to look cool. I want to think I get that. Like, but anyway, let's continue. Let's keep going. Let's run it back just a minute so I don't skip lines here. But
Don't fall for these thirst trap. Write it and I spit it. Ain't no need for these rehearsed raps. Blue Eyes 3 has the smirk of a crook. Y'all motherfuckers just tunes cause you go by the book. Pot of greed, make money till I overdose. I kill my friends just to kill you. Call me King Bubba Roach.
I got the free heads thing. Toontown.
yeah,
Oh.
you know, Blue Eyes White Dragon. You get 3 of them. You fuse them to Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which has 3 heads.
Yeah. I got that. I got that.
And the
bar,
book
but
being Toon World.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. That's the one which is like I don't get it. But that's because I don't know it. So
Anyway, next we've got Connor Quest as the Control Tower of Karasuno from Haikyuu, which nobody understands Haikyuu because you guys don't watch Haikyuu, even though you should.
It's on the list.
Kageyama, he's the setter of the team, and he's like basically the number 2 rival / reluctant best friend to Hinata. Basically, that's what he is.
Hinata.
So, Hinata is the main character of
I know.
Hinata.
I just went Naruto.
Yeah, I know. It's actually a pretty common Japanese name, guys.
Yeah.
Surname, actually, it's a relatively common surname. But anyway, let's check out Connor Quest as Kageyama.
Call me King Barbaros. Knock you down harder than my serve, make my hands sore. Had your turn, now it's back to me, that's a chance ball.
Love that double.
Power split second, pick an option, the control tower that you call like Houston if you have a problem. Look at the wrist, I better get hit, I tend to get pissed if ever they miss. Can't keep up with me, just go beast up, don't quit. Orange black combo, shorty flies when I let him jump. Kageyama shitting on the mic, that's a setter dump.
First of all, and I realize that I use the term double to mean 2 different things. There's vocal doubling, which is what I was talking about. He has the he's rapping, but he also has the double behind him that he's singing melodically, the vocal double. I also use the phrase double to mean double entendre, and I realize I don't differentiate when I use them, so I apologize. But
That's all right.
But that last line, if you don't understand volleyball at all, you probably won't understand what a setter dump is. But Kageyama shitting on the mic, that's a setter dump. A setter dump is when the setter, instead of setting the ball, just knocks it over the net for a quick point. That's a setter dump. And it's basically like a fake out type of play. So
that makes sense. Makes sense.
That's actually, when he says that's a dump right there, that's actually what Kageyama's doing, and that's in the AMV or whatever this is here. Watch.
Yeah.
Is when he just knocks it over the net.
Jump Kageyama shitting on the mic, that's a setter dump.
Right there.
And then just,
right there.
yeah,
That's a setter dump.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. No.
Because you guys see the same freeze frame that I'm seeing, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be volleyball nerd right now, but you see how he's knocking the ball over the net right now, and you see over here on the left, you got Hinata over here ready to hit the ball.
Yeah,
so everyone's faked out like, oh, he's gonna hit the ball, but then Kageyama just boop right over the net, fakes everybody out. That's a setter dump.
It's just like, no, fuck you.
Yep.
Deal with this.
I went from not knowing anything about volleyball to being a huge volleyball nerd and watching volleyball live on TV or the internet, as it were, just from watching IQ.
Damn.
I know. I love volleyball now. It's crazy.
I mean, it seems like a very, very fun sport. I've seen a few like
it's
volleyball.
Intense.
Yeah.
It's
I've seen
intense.
like.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, no. When it comes to like the flow, it's like chopped up and stuff with that, and like just the bars. Like even not knowing the show, it's like, yeah, I can't say you can't kill it. That sounds like he absolutely bloody murdered that, and he got it on point.
Connor's so good, man.
Yeah, that little bit. It's like a wrist. Like, gotta love it.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Awesome. And then the next anime we have is Bleach. The next verse is not Quincy Boy, but Rukia.
Freeze! Who wants to dance with the ice queen? I go from 100 to absolute 0 ice stream. Is that the scoreboard, a temperature to the 1,000? Your blood warm here, here's the finisher. Big things come in small packages. They think that I'm fun size till I open this third eye. This gang kai. Banish your soul from society. Leave your body in 13 divisions for trying me.
Leave your body in 13 divisions for trying me. One thing that rubs me the wrong way, and I totally understand that you sometimes have to tweak words to fit rhyme schemes, even though I feel like maybe it doesn't rhyme, so don't make it rhyme. She said Bankai. That bothers me. Just as a weird picky nerd, she said Bankai, not Bonkai.
Hey, I was gonna say I'll give it to her. Like,
I give it to her too. It's a crazy ass verse. I loved it.
Yeah, like I'll admit, it rubs me the wrong way a little tiny bit, but it's not the first time I've heard it done. So
yeah,
it's like to make a rhyme scheme work as a rapper, you have that liberty of like changing the pronunciations on some things, and I'll accept it. Like that was solid verse, and like the whole like take it from 100 to 0 degrees, because obviously like her power is freezing shit. But yeah, no, solid verse, and yeah.
And I love how it starts with freeze, and then it just kicks in the beat cuts and everything. I love it.
Yeah, the big
big things come in small package. I love that. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I love it. Gotta love it.
And we have another YouTube nerdcore rapping legend. We got two nerdcore rapping legends on this Cypher. Here's the first one. Well, now I will say I don't mean to say like Rustage and Fable. They're not legends at this point. I'm talking about like back in the day legends. These are OG legends of nerdcore.
Yeah.
Shofu.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna say like cornerstones.
Yeah.
They be bricks that laid the foundation. Guys.
I mean, there's a reason why the first three names that he has up here, Rustage featuring Shofu, Fable, and 6 Seconds. Shofu and 6 Seconds are two of the three names he decided to put before the and more, because everyone knows Shofu and 6 Seconds are the OGs, right?
Yep.
They're gonna draw the new people in.
Yeah.
They're both goats, man. But yeah, let's check out Shofu as Bakugo.
Body in 13 divisions for trying me.
It's Bakugo, my pressure got the ops on the ropes. Rest in peace to the goat, but I'm popping the smoke. I'm just trying to make a name, ain't no time to be slow. Feeling say they beating me, need to stop with the jokes. Cause my rival got chosen, I'm not losing focus. They who got me heated, don't get caught in the explosion. All I need is power and strength. I got a vision and I never needed help, I'ma do it myself.
So good. I love that Pop Smoke, salute. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to the goat, but I'm popping the smoke, which I'm pretty sure I actually referenced that line last week when we did the game part of the podcast. I think I said that when Reaper wanted the smoke, doing the MHA.
Yeah. You asked me.
Yes, you did.
I said rest in peace to the goat, but I'm popping the smoke. I noticed that when I was listening back to the podcast that, okay, we're actually going to react to that very Cypher next week, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
I can't quite remember if you cut it or kept it.
No, I kept it. It's in there. That's why I just said I remembered it by listening back to the podcast. So if I cut it, I wouldn't have heard it by listening back to the podcast. But these are what we call context clues, where you can actually get the answer to some of the questions you may have just by reading into the context clues.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So when I said I listened to the podcast, I'm not going to keep doing this to you. I'm sorry. That was a good.
I was going to say, don't do this to me. It's like, I listened to the podcast. I just can't remember you
were just
saying it.
I could just picture you just sitting there with your head down as I'm just laying into you.
It's like I'm just like slowly slumping to
When's he
one
gonna
side.
stop?
Don't do this.
I started feeling bad.
That part out.
Anyway, you're a piece of shit. All right, that was a good verse.
It's
Yes,
like,
it was.
it's
I
like
love that verse.
I'm leaving all that in. That was a great verse, though. God, Shofu kills it. And that's the thing is, there wasn't a whole lot of crazy bars. Obviously, there was the Pop Smoke thing, don't get caught in the explosion. I guess that's kind of a bar, but like, but it's just he's just swaggy, man. It's just swaggy delivery, that flow.
Simplistic flow, but it's swaggy as shit.
Yeah.
And gotta love it. Gotta love it.
It's like, you can be like, when you're a good rhythmic rapper, you don't necessarily have to be saying anything crazy to be really entertaining. Whereas, like, then you got people like Rustage, who's a good rhythmic rapper, but you also have to have a fucking encyclopedia with you when you listen to his bars to look shit up, All right, now let's check out Shaodo's verse as Inosuke.
I never needed help, I'ma do it myself. すごいだろ俺は勝負だ虚突猛進今すぐだ足びらいのスケート Defeat with crossblades, a beast in the cosplay. These demons are nuts, man. I with no kill, the most skill I go kill. Mountain only till they molehills. I headbutt your own still. I'm so pig-headed, I kick it for no reason. けだものの呼吸 As long as this beast breathing.
Oh, I love how that's a bar
My
at the
God.
end. That's like a double bar at the end, but the problem is it's a double between Japanese and English. And if you don't know what Kedama no Kokyo means, you don't know what that's a double.
Oh no, I think I do. Oh no, I knew it at one point. I honestly
Isn't
knew
that his?
at one
Is
point.
that his extra sensory that he uses?
Not quite. Kedama no Kokyo means beast breathing.
Yeah, there we go.
Kedama no
There we go.
Kokyo, as long as the beast breathing. Beast breathing, as long as the beast's breathing. It's a double, but it's a double between two languages. I love it. When you have an artist who loves a character, it comes out. That's like when every time Fable does Vegeta. Of course I brought Fable up. Of course I brought Fable up. Every time Fable does a Vegeta verse, you can feel the passion he has for that character. Yeah. Every time Rustage raps about Luffy, you can feel the passion in him about that character, about One Piece in general. Every time it's One Piece at all. You know, what's next?
I can't remember. Well,
You know what's next.
Oh, you know. Okay. Yeah, no. This
I
guy
love this verse. And there's a line. There's a line in this verse. I guarantee you, I'm the only person on the planet that gets choked up when he says this line. And I bet you're not. I guarantee you won't even. I'm not even gonna say what line it is because I know you're not gonna be able to tell just by hearing the line what's gonna choke me up. Because it's that strange. It's a weird thing about me. But there's a line in this verse that chokes me up when he says it.
All right.
So, but anyway, let's check out Mega Ran as Yuno from Black Clover.
This beast breathing. You know that I gotta protect what's mine. Got the spirit of wind and my relatives by my side. I've been raw, got that grimoire. Know I make a match tragic, black magic. Keep you wheezing like an asthmatic. I keep this brief if it's beef, you mince me. Trust me, you don't wanna see my brother with that fifth leaf. Listen up, power levels never get the buck. I'm not stopping, I'm not moving, and I'm never giving up.
You know.
Oof.
God, that was just that flow was just like popping. Like, and I don't mean popping like the generic, oh, you popped off. I mean, literally, that's the best way I can describe it. He was popping. The way, the way he was like delivering that flow, the enunciation, was popping.
Yeah, like
I've been raw, got that grim. Yeah, it's so good.
Been raw.
Any guess as to which line chokes me up?
Asthmatic.
No, that doesn't make sense. Why would that choke me up?
I don't know.
The brother.
Remember?
Dude, Reaper got it.
Not the
Reaper
brother.
got it.
Oh, really? Nice.
Trust me, you don't want to see my brother with that fifth leaf. Chokes me up.
I mean, yeah, okay. Like, obviously, like, best mate and stuff.
Well, it's the type of thing. It's because on the surface, you look at them from outside and go, oh, okay, well, obviously he's being a jerk to him. But then when you watch the show, you realize Yuno has the most respect for Asta in the world.
Oh, yeah. Kind of argue that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And whenever he's cold on the surface, but whenever he displays that just undying respect and almost idolatry, sometimes to Asta, it just gets to me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you're weakest too when it comes to loyalty and like.
And that's exactly what it is. Loyalty is my weak spot.
Line.
Trust me,
So
you don't want to
if
see
you
my
do-
brother with that fifth leaf, dude. Because he's a badass magician. He's powerful.
Oh yeah. No.
And still he's like, bro,
Yeah, no.
you don't want to see my brother. That's got no magic over here. You don't want to see him because he'll still beat your ass barehanded.
So this boy don't have any magic, and he'll still fuck you up. No, completely get that.
Yeah. So next we have Mr. Schwabidi with a character from Assassination Classroom that everyone I know about because he's who everybody talks about really is Karma, but I don't know anything about him because I have never seen Assassination Classroom. It didn't win the poll. It's all of your fault that I haven't seen it. So if you want me to watch it, you better vote for it next time. But anyway, we got Schwabadi up next with Karma. It is Karma, right? I get that right?
Yeah, it's calm.
Karma from Assassination Classroom.
And then I'm never giving up. You know.
Redhead, rock star, no redemption, deaded with a bow, we call it Black Star. When it comes to felon, yellow pussy is a monster. Pulling shooting seconds with no questions like a cop car. Red and blue together, feel the murder intent. The BB gun, plastic plaster in the back of your head. Cause screws loose, I'm cuckoo, but action's intense. Only school kid to school you, you're actually dead.
Cool.
See, I don't understand any of the bars really. But God, it's so
Do you want
good.
me to explain? You want to explain?
If you'd like to, I know he uses the rubber bullets or like not fake knives and guns and everything, and he's kind of insane, like he's cuckoo, like crazy.
Well, no, it's literally just like a specific type of rubber which hurts Kuro-sensei, which he literally tells people to like. This is the only thing which literally hurts me. You can nuke me, but sort of this is the actual only thing which hurts me, sort of thing.
It's like a kryptonite type deal, yeah.
Sort of, yeah. And yeah, also the Rockstar thing.
I know the Black Star. I know that because it's a David Bowie reference. Dead, like
yeah, there you go.
Because it was the post-mortem album. I know that.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to watch it. I will watch it eventually. Like I said, it was on the list. The next poll I do, it'll be on the list again. So we'll see.
I'll vote for it this time.
Next, we've got Zac B as the hero of Death Note.
Yeah, serenade me with your beautiful voice, you motherfucker.
We're recording a podcast, but afterwards, I'll definitely do that. Okay. All right.
Keep that in. Keep that in.
I am. All right, let's check out Zac B as L.
You're actually dead. Everything I do is calculated. Hide the fear, commandeer, and use my wits to compensate and make it clear if they appear. Got lots of patience waiting, I'll be here to persevere. Don't you try to get up near and interfere with my career. I really hate to lose. That won't be me. I play for keeps. Honestly, fuck the rules. Maybe cheeks, talk is cheap. See me as a tool. But I'm the key. Best believe. Get me a sugar cube. Need something sweet for victories. Yes.
Jesus Christ, man. Honestly, fuck the rules, dude. He's got this such swaggy, laid back style that when he gets there, he just pumps you in the face with that "fuck the rules" real quick. Like he just like it really is all and then fuck the rules, and it's like God damn, he just left hook. You know what I mean?
Fuck the rules. I play for keeps. Just like
play for keeps.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God, his flows are just so crazy. His cadence is so crazy always. And just the way he's manipulating the words again, like that something commandeer or interfere with my career, like a lot of this. Oh man, it's just he's so good, man. The rhyme schemes are so unconventional. You know what I mean? It's not.
I mean, I couldn't say they're inconventional. It's like it's just he writes so tight.
When I say unconventional, I think what I mean by that is that he doesn't write line for line for line. He writes one piece basically, and it kind of just flows in, and it just keeps on flowing through. It keeps on rolling through. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like it's just kind of like
you're on about the sort of pattern.
Yeah. His pattern is so. It's just so fluid. It's fluid. That's the best way to put it. Next up, we have GameboyJones doing my favorite anime. Not only is he doing my favorite anime, but he's doing my favorite character from that anime, who I don't believe is the number 2 for the show, but I won't argue because it's my favorite. I love Hiei. I understand you don't know who Hiei is. Solos. Obviously, you've seen the verse, but you don't know who Hiei is, really.
Not a clue. Not a clue. I'm going to sit back here with my popcorn and let you explain.
I will do that. But he is my favorite character in Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know if I can get your opinion on this since you haven't really seen Yu Yu Hakusho yet, which we're gonna change very soon. Spoiler alert. But I feel like there's another character who I would consider number 2 in that show, and I just feel like that was the better choice. But I love Hiei. I probably would have chosen Hiei if I had a choice from any character too. So why not? I don't get it. I feel like Hiei is a pair with another character in the show and not as much with Yusuke. But I digress. Let's hear GameboyJones pop off as Hiei.
Best believe, get me a sugar cube. Need something sweet for victories. Yeah.
This G-gon, make it be-gon with a peon. These peons, they're too weak to the B-pons. Got them all down like a neat line. I got the steel in hand. Metal with me, then you finish. Cause you're about to get the business like retailers during Christmas. I've been in the cup. Why you think I'm packing the blade? I'll chop your top off like a barber when you catching the fade. Now all eyes on me. Yeah, my demon form is dashing. You know I keep the heat on fire on you with the drag.
Now, as a huge Hiei fan, I kind of wished it was a little more character introspective. It was just more like it was just cool dad jokes, kind of. It was like very surface level as far as the bars go, but there were bars in there. all eyes on me. His demon form has a whole bunch of eyes all over him. You know, yeah. Metal with me in your finish. You know, I got steel in hand.
I mean, catch the fade.
Yeah, was it cut your top off like a barber? Because catching the he said Jagon very oddly. I mean, he said Jigon or something like that. At least that's how I hear it, which is not how you pronounce that. But yeah, great verse. As far as his 3 Yu Yu Hakusho verses, I'm gonna give it to the first one. His Yusuke verse was the best. My favorite character he's done is Hiei, but his Yusuke verse was the best, I think.
His flow always feels very playful.
Oh yeah, yes, it does. One thing about Game Boy, and I don't want this to sound very disparaging because I love GameboyJones. I think what he does well. But I can't picture him doing a very serious, somber tone. He's always upbeat and kind of jokey to me. You know, we were talking last time about how None Like Joshua was always really jokey. Yeah. GameboyJones, I feel, is always lighthearted and more like jokey, no matter what character he's doing. Now, he can be aggressive and dark with it. Like, I think my favorite verse he's ever done, I think, is his Raditz verse in the Saiyan Cypher. Because, first of all, it's 16, so he goes hard second half of that. But, like, he's always got sort of, like, the ha-has in it, you know? I love that, you know? I really do. I love what he does. I love GameboyJones. I feel he's kind of in a pocket where I haven't ever seen him really branch out and be a little more, like, somber and serious, which almost everybody else I have.
He's just a fun-loving guy.
Oh, for sure.
At the end of the day.
It's because his character is.
That's how he raps. Yeah, that
as a human being, now he can be cynical, but it's always with a lighthearted sort of like, you know, I'm letting it roll off my back like a duck kind of attitude, you know? And that's kind of how he is as a person, so it's going to come out in his music. I think the reason I bring this up is because as a huge fan of Hiei, I would have loved to dive into Hiei's sort of backstory and the more intricate internal workings of his character. Because there's a lot of just like dark and sorrowful backstory in that character that could have been kind of explored, that, you know, it was all just kind of surface level sort of lighthearted bars, and that's fine. But I just, being a huge Hiei fan, I think that's my problem here, is I'm a huge fan of Hiei. So all right, let's check out Savvy.
On you with the drag.
Your meat ain't a feast, it's a B-class waste. I'm elite, not a piece, I'm the whole damn cake. Just a cheat, no heat, know nothing about taste. Take a seat, here's a treat, and a lesson from an ace. Gotta leave people pleased, your dish is simply just a tease. You ain't doing it right if they ain't weak at the knees. Got every person lesson from the work of my tongue. You know, girls would bust if you just deliver for once.
That's a double entendre right there, because everybody lusting for the work of my tongue is clearly like a sex joke, but also it's legit because everyone wants her to taste their food because she has the most refined palate in the world, basically. So, yes, everyone is lusting over the work of her tongue, but obviously it's more of a sex joke. Girls would bust if you just delivered for once. That was totally a jab at Diggs in his bar when he did Soma in the first one. They're gonna bust from the taste of my meat. She said they would if you just delivered for once.
Yeah, no, that
she's looking right at him right now. She's looking right at him in this scene right here. Look at it.
Yeah. I was gonna say that was like a little like arm jab like Diggs.
Yeah. Have you seen? You haven't seen Food Wars, Reaper?
Correct. I have not seen it yet.
She has the most refined palate in the world. Things that are great to everybody else, she will go, this is terrible, it's horrible. It makes me think of... She comes up with crazy analogies that she feels while she tastes things, and it ruins the taste for her. He is the only one who's given her food that she... Well, not the only one. There's one other person, but when she tasted his food, she freaking loved it, but she didn't want to say it, so she told him it was terrible, but she was lying. Yeah. She's a total tsundere. But 6 seconds is coming in as Sasuke.
I'm about to kill the village, and my brother won't be changing the story. Something shocking gonna fly from the arm. You would've thought that I screamed Chidori. Whole style, cartoon. DLC, I'm fire, y'all. Sharingan or Renegon. See the way that I evolve. Kieran, cancer-medic ninja, stop your harm. Got more eyes on me than Danzo arm. Every time I black flame, like I'm Metarasu. I'm vengeance. Hard body, beat the Susanoo.
Mispronounced Susanoo, but that was so badass. He always comes in, it always feels too short. I think that's just because it's 6. I want him to keep going when he stops, but it's so, and it was like, just, he's got this swag, dude. He's got this command. Where I know what it is. You know why it always feels too short? Because he comes in, does his thing, and I'm so captivated that when he stops, I go, wait, why did you stop? It's like, where are you going?
No. Yeah. It's like, stay.
Although he did mispronounce Susano, which happens a lot with the romanization of certain Japanese words with the O, which is supposed to be an elongated vowel sound, O, instead of U, which how you would do it in English. The same thing is done when people see the word Ozaru, which is the Great Ape form in Dragon Ball. They read it as Uzaru because it can be written in Romaji as Oozaru, but it's supposed to be Ozaru. So it's the same thing with Susano.
I mean, you can't fault him for that, though.
No, I feel like that's the only reason it fit in the rhyme scheme as well is by mispronouncing it. So same thing with Bankai earlier. I feel like, but that was a good verse. That was awesome. Sharingan to Rinnegan. I hope you've seen all of Naruto.
Yeah, Sharingan to Rinnegan. See the way
I evolve.
Yep. Not like I, but I.
Right? Yeah. See the way that I evolve, dude.
Fucking double.
6 is so good. 6 is so good, man.
You can't fault 6. 6
not
is
at all.
just
Not at
an
all.
absolute animal.
This was an awesome Cypher. It's just like I said, I wish he would continue with this little Shonen Jump series. I want to see a Shonen Jump Sensei Cypher. Come on, guys. I mean, there's so many characters out there. You do All Might, Jiraiya, Master Roshi, Genkai. Is it Riley? Is it Riley or Rayleigh? How do you pronounce it? Rayleigh or Riley in One Piece? I always get confused how to pronounce his name. Is it Rayleigh?
Riley, but I think it's
Riley.
Yeah,
but him, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that would be such a good Cypher, I think. That was an awesome Cypher. We have one more Cypher that Raymond Cardona has recommended to us, which we'll be reacting to next week. And then we're open for more suggestions. I have some ideas, but if you guys have any suggestions, let us know.